is a welterweight championship fight between Tony Ferguson and Tyron Woodley. All right, so here's the former University of Missouri wrestler, one Tyron Woodley. First realized the UFC belt back in 2016, and this is a guy who poses a lot of different threats for this UFC welterweight division.
He's a problem. He's a guy that's very tough to prepare for because he has a great wrestling background, but he has this athleticism and this ability to put your lights out with that big right hand that you cannot even focus too much on stopping takedowns. Tyron Woodley is truly one of the best welterweights in the world and one of the best fighters the UFC has ever seen.
Two-time NCAA Division I All-American back in 03 and 2005, and he certainly carved out a nice niche in MMA. Tyron Woodley ready to add to his legacy here tonight. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and in a division that has so much depth in that top 15, it's even more remarkable that this man has remained the hunt. And the question tonight, with a powerful challenger out of that blue corner, can he walk away and still? Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Woodley is 2 years the elder. Ferguson will have a 2-inch reach advantage. We set it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing folks, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, presenting the challenger, Tyron, the Chosen One, Woodley. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Tony
This is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. You want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. We'll see how long it goes. You've got a submission specialist on one side, and on the other side, maybe the most well-rounded fighter in this division.
Yeah, he is one of the best fighters in the entire UFC. But in front of him, he has one of the most dangerous fighters across all divisions in the octagon, because that one skill he has is so good that you're in danger the entire time.
And now he's got that tie clinch.
Grabbing the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing those beautiful punches. Really's got his opponent on notice here.
And he landed the right hand there.
Watch knees to the body.
Defending against those body shots very well here, DC, and as such, not much damage being inflicted. All right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to...
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's gonna try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Oh!
And this might just be a matter of time. Stays in the fight. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Back to the feet now. So just over 20 total strikes, as you see there, have now landed from Tyron Woodley.
Right hand landed.
Oh, huge block. And he caught the kick. All right, both fighters now continuing to try to get a more dominant position. He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Trying to stay in this fight. Well, it looks like Woodley's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Oh, there it is. Dump City catches the kick and promptly counters with that takedown.
Great time, great recognition of seeing the kick coming and turning it into your offense.
First round winding down here. Single collar tie. Round 2 is next. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
All right, round 2 is now upon us. Tony Ferguson and Tyron Woodley. Nice punch by Ferguson. Oh, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
So fighter a little bit stunned, holding on to him now, not doing a ton, just looking to recover. Counter punch landed there by Ferguson.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Punch to the body. Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Oh! Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And they separate. Oh!
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch. 51 total strikes have now landed for El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson. And just 42% accuracy in terms of the land rate against Tyron Woodley. Sniff that one out as he blocks the kick. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round 1. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket.
big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Nice shot to the body there. All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Woodley's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Oh, and there is the kick. That one checked by the chosen one. Ferguson gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Well, T. Wood's been waiting for an opportunity to set up that right hand and set it up beautifully there.
A-plus athlete is Tyron Woodley. He can explode into you at such a high pace that before you can respond, they're in the light.
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
And that's the end of round number 2. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
And a nice left hand there on the inside. Oh, nice offering there by Tony Ferguson. We'll see if he can follow it up here, champ.
I mean, he usually does. He does not let guys off the hook. Tony Ferguson is a guy that has a killer's mindset. When he gets you hurt, he's looking to finish.
Well, the full arsenal on display here. 78 total strikes have now landed for Tony Ferguson. While the accuracy rate not too connection there, DC. He is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
El Cucuy gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. He missed with that jab attempt there. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
That beautiful takedown.
Under 3 minutes remain in round 3. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Ferguson's tough as it gets, but how about the size of that bruise starting to form on his right side? Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. 90 seconds now remain in the round. Nice hammer fist.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, it looks like Woodley's back in half guard. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. He's attacking armbar now. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission just as the horn sounded, safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So, back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3.
That is his biggest strike as he has landed thus far.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Now try to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
There on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
Well, it's one thing to earn a UFC title. It's another thing to get it done emphatically the way he did tonight. The undisputed UFC welterweight champion, your winner by way of submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 42 seconds of round number 4. For the winner by submission, and still